to another episode of the Roundup, the show where we break down what happened in the previous week of SPS competition. We continue our coverage of the era of everyone with some more spicy Brawl Stars action this week out of India. Let's get to it. Last week, Aogiri started the split with perfect back-to-back cup wins, while True Rippers, Opera X Esports, and Skyhook Gravity trailed close behind. This middle week is often where things get interesting, so let's go ahead and check out how Cup 3 played out because it's still anyone's game. Aogiri had a clean run to the semis, while Zero Balance had to defeat KO, who sat in 5th place at the time. Opera X defeated Wrong Target, the 6th place team, to reach the semifinals, while True Rippers tore up 4-button to meet them there. Let's see how Zero Balance fared versus the mighty Aogiri. Hot Zone is where it all started, and ZB in the red trunks were looking dominant as they aggressively took control of the midfield and held it to breeze past 50% in this opening round. Aogiri fought well, but had difficulty finding the positive trades which would allow them into the zone. The blue squad finally managed to wipe out red completely and set up for a perfect defense versus the counterattack. In a nail-biting finish, Aogiri shows us why they're number one and closed out the opener by just 6% with an epic comeback. They carried that momentum into the second round and managed to keep ZB out of the game with superior positioning and coordination. Aogiri drew first blood and went up 1-0. Competitive Brawl Stars is a game of momentum, and it can be tough to regain it when behind. ZB made it look easy though going into knockout. The opening bout was a clinic of coldly calculated 3-lane play, and they aced the blue squad to start things off. The blue squad, hungry for a third cup win in a row, equalized the rounds and then unleashed their full aggression on the red side, who fell before they could even react. Aogiri stole back the momentum and put themselves on match point. In the second round, it was the blue squad putting on a clinic as Talking Lemon picked up a hat trick for his team to put them one round away from another finals appearance. ZB simply couldn't find their footing. Aogiri read them like a book, and their expertly coordinated attacks gave them another ace to close out the set and series 2-0. It was a third final showing in a row for Aogiri, and their opponent would either be Opera X or True Rippers, a rematch from Cup 1 or 2 respectively. Let's check out how that second semifinals match played out. The opener of this match proved to be something else entirely, a beatdown. There's just no other way to say it. True Rippers came roaring out of the gates to seize round 1. The second round was more of the same, although OPX did manage to get a few percent in this time. In the end though, Hot Zone was a one-sided victory for TR as they marched towards a second finals appearance. We mentioned momentum earlier, and here's a perfect example of maintaining it. TR looked absolutely unstoppable as they continued to dominate in knockout, swiftly reaching match point. The merciless shredding continued into the second round, and the red squad showed no signs of slowing. On paper, these squads are a fairly even match, but that wasn't the case this time. Ash King, Pratik, and Captain tore through their opponents and reached the finals with a convincing 2-0. So, the Cup 3 finals ended up being a rematch from Cup 1, where Aogiri barely bested TR in a 2-1. Let's see if they could do it again. TR in the red jerseys swiftly took control of this gem grab set. They knew they had to play their best to defeat Aogiri, and they did just that in the first set. Red triggered their countdown and showcased an impenetrable defense to take the first round versus the first place team. The blue side took their turn at dominating the set in the second round, triggering their countdown with 10 gems to 5. Their defense proved to be insufficient though, as Wild Wiz fell and allowed Pratik and Ash King an angle to take down both blue gem carriers. TR took set 1 in stunning fashion. In set 2, it looked as though TR had awoken the sleeping giant. Aogiri demolished them in the first round of Bounty with a scoreline of 15-0. Simply put, the blue side played flawlessly and regained their momentum. The red squad managed to get on the board in the second round, but the teamwork from Wild Wiz, Talking Lemon, and Phoenix was simply too much to overcome. Aogiri equalized the series and took it to a decider. Brawl Ball stood between these two teams and their cup win, and TR recovered extremely well from the beatdown they received the set before. They rolled in the first goal on the back of a clean ace. The blue side responded with a lightning attack of their own though, Wild Wiz and Lemon charging up the midfield headlong into defenders as Phoenix supported the flank. They equalized the round with more than a minute left. Round 1 went to overtime, and TR postured perfectly for it. With ball and field control, they overpowered the blue defenses and rolled it in to reach match point. The second round was 0-0 until the very end, where TR was waiting once again with ball and field control. It was just perfection, honestly. With 5 seconds left, they began the siege, taking down 2 blue defenders and opening the goal for the winning strike. True Rippers emerged victorious in Cup 3 and finally stopped the seemingly unstoppable advance of Aogiri in this second split. After that incredible performance, it looks like True Rippers might be contesting that #1 spot, a welcome sight in the era of everyone. Now we're going to take a look at Cup 4 and see if there were any more fun surprises. Well, there's Aogiri and True Rippers again, not very surprising. It's not particularly shocking to see KO here either, but Chimela Esports has more to gain than any of these teams if they win. Let's check out that bottom semifinals match real quick and see what happened. TR dominated the first set on gem grab, not allowing Chimela any opportunity to contest the well or get even remotely close to a countdown of their own. Knockout was a bit different though, as CE showed up with some properly impressive performances against the solid second place team. They wouldn't be trampled so easily. The Rippers were sitting on match point here, but that didn't faze CE. They stood their ground and ended up winning this 2v1, sending the set to a decider. TR responded with unyielding aggression in their usual fashion. They thoroughly bested CE in the decider and took the set, earning their 3rd appearance in the finals. Aogiri and KO faced off, a series that only saw 2 sets, a gem grab and this knockout where Wild Wiz, Phoenix, and Talking Lemon earned a 4th finals appearance in a row. That's right! The Cup 4 finals featured Aogiri and True Rippers again. They are becoming storybook rivals, and we just get the benefit of watching them duke it out. Now let's see if the Rippers equalize the score versus the formidable Aogiri. The Clash of the Titans commenced with a set of gem grab, and in their usual fashion, TR wasted no time establishing dominance with a super solid first set. Just like Cup 3, they won the opener and forced Aogiri to respond or yield the throne. Aogiri's response was exactly what you might expect, a comfortably dominant set of heist to equalize the series and take us to a decider. Bounty was their destiny, and both teams showed a more measured, calculated pace of play, knowing that one mistake could end their run. As the final seconds of the first round counted down, things got intense. Aogiri went all in versus the Red Squad, but the Rippers' defense proved too formidable to overcome. TR was on match point. Aogiri, with their backs against the wall again, had to make a desperate play. But once again, TR held strong on defense and crushed the opposing attack. TR completed the dream run, doing the same thing Aogiri did the week before, taking back-to-back cup finals and finishing the week with a perfect scorecard. An impressive feat and a safe assurance that they will make it to the next open finals with those points. The standings at the top are no surprise, but we've got a real fight brewing in 3rd through 8th as only 45 points separate them. Not to mention Skyhook Gravity, Zero Balance, and Supreme Elites, who each have at least 100 points as well. There are 9 teams contending for 6 spots in the top 8. In our next episode, unless anything crazy happens at the top, we'll definitely take a close look at the battle for the lower seeds. Well, that's all the time we have this week, but make sure you check back next week to find out how this crazy split in India plays out. As always, make sure you check all the links below for more information on how to keep up with the SPS, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.